Hey guys, welcome back to Ask HR, your channel for authentic HR content. I'm excited about today's video because it's going to land some of us opportunities that we've been looking for a very long time. So I've received LinkedIn messages, emails, in-person conversations, etc. about people saying, hey, I've attended so many interviews. Some of them, I thought I was really close. I attended my third and final one, but for some reason, I'm just not landing the opportunity. Is there something I'm not doing right? So I share some things with them. A few of them have gone ahead to put those into practice and have landed the opportunities they're looking for, both here and even abroad. Okay, so I'm excited. That's why I'm excited about this video, because I said it's going to help someone land that long-awaited opportunity. So what could be the reason you may be attending all these interviews and yet not landing the job? So I'm going to share with you 4 tips today, or 4 reasons today. The first one is desperation. Are you coming off as desperate? I mentioned in previous videos that good recruiters are able to spot desperation miles away. Okay, so the only difference between you and that other top applicant that was chosen over you may probably be because you came across as too pushy, too forceful, and too desperate. And that is a tendency, especially when you have been out of the job market for a very long time. You just want something, you just want to get back into the job market. But is it possible to keep your composure and keep your desperation under control and have that calm conversation? You just walk out of the room with your dignity intact. For example, maybe you gave them the reason for your unemployment as a layoff. So you in conversation you say, since I was laid off, I've really been looking out for opportunities, and this one, it checks all my boxes, so I'm really excited about coming on board. How about you say, since I got laid off, it's giving me the opportunity to sit back and really review what I'm passionate about, and this opportunity happens to be one that I think I would thrive in. Look at the difference, vast. I would choose the second applicant over the first one. So can you check that? How am I sounding? Am I sounding too desperate? Tip number 2, just as great recruiters are able to spot desperation miles away, they're also able to spot self-doubt. Okay, so what kind of message are you giving off about yourself? Are your shoulders slouched? How is your voice? Is it clear enough? Can we hear you? You know, maybe the things on paper, you actually accomplished them. Are your arms folded? Just the way you are communicating what you've done is not as compelling, you know, in person as it is on paper. So you realize that we see the resume, we really like it, but when we meet the person, they look like two different things. You know, he or she is strong on paper, but he or she looks weak here. Okay, so look for 3 key skills that you have used in accomplishing 3 major highlights in your career. And I always say, practice, practice, practice. It's important. Rehearse the content, rehearse it, get used to it until when you are saying it, it sounds natural to you. You are comfortable talking about it. You are comfortable saying that, yes, it's me and I did this. Okay, so when you communicate like that, you look attractive, and a recruiter can't wait to hire you. Okay, so please check your body language and how you are communicating the things that you have accomplished. The third thing is that, could it be that you are not providing enough details? You know, sometimes this happens when they ask you a question that catches you off guard, or they ask you a tricky question, or maybe they just ask you a question that requires a yes or no. Some actually go ahead to say yes or no. Some even say I don't know. I have a video on things to say and things not to say in an interview, so it would be good to check that video out too. Okay, so if you are asked a question that takes you off guard, it's smart and intelligent to ask for a moment so that you can think through it. Okay, buy yourself some time and actually think through. And if you can't, if you don't have an answer, you can just say that you would look into it. But yes or no, or I don't know, doesn't look good enough. Now, they've also done some research. So you find that most recruiters will ask you that, can you tell us a challenge you encountered and walk us through how you were able to solve them. The research says that when someone has actually encountered a problem and solved it, they're able to walk you through how they do it confidently, as against someone who just lifted the problem from somewhere and is just trying to look good by stating that I encountered this and I was able to provide a solution to it. Okay, so in order to avoid follow-up questions, they will just give a very short or brief answer. You're shooting yourself in the foot if that's what you do. Okay, I know you are not lying, you actually accomplished them. So what you do is that you bring the recruiter into your space at that moment. That's your opportunity to paint a vivid picture and make the recruiter feel as though they were in there with you when you are accomplishing those feats. Okay, so as much as possible, give enough detail and enough information to enable them make the right decision about you. Now, for very good recruiters, when they ask you about, tell me your strengths and your weaknesses, I've seen a lot of people go to really highlight their strengths, and then when it gets to the weaknesses or challenges, they find a way around it and then still highlight their strength and all of that. For a good recruiter, the reason we'll ask that question is because we want to see your growth mindset. So do you realize and acknowledge a certain challenge or shortcoming you have? And what have you done? That's your opportunity to demonstrate your ability to be nimble, your ability to flow with the times, your ability to adjust with new learnings and new situations. Okay, so you don't dodge that question. You just create scenarios or bring in scenarios where you encountered a challenge and how you were able to outgrow it. With that said, companies have so many reasons why they will choose one applicant over another, maybe, or they may have reasons why they didn't follow through with the recruitment. Maybe the vacancy was closed until a later time. There may be several reasons. You can't beat yourself up about that, and you can't stop putting yourself out there. You can't stop chasing opportunities. You should always be out there. When you wait for a company for a week or two and there's the opportunity to follow up, please do follow up. If there's no response, move on to the next one and keep putting yourself out there, because the right opportunity for you is waiting for you. And if you stop looking for it, then it doesn't find you. I hope this video was helpful. Thank you so much for watching. Like, share, subscribe if you haven't done so, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video.